So Tesehki and Marsh got into it on this last episode of Baddies. And when I say Marsh got her lick back, baby, she turned Tesehki every which way but loose. Let's talk about it, because this is a big deal. Let's go.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Welcome back. What's up, y'all? My name is Big Mouth Baby, and this is my channel. If you have not been here, do me a favor, do yourself a favor, and do all the Baddies fans across the land a favor, and like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe for me, Zaddy. Subscribe for me, Zaddy. Subscribe for me, Zaddy. Let me see your grill. And I do mean just that. Like this video, because y'all been playing with me on my likes, okay? We need over 2,000 likes for every video. I'm not playing. Like my video. Okay, if y'all want to keep seeing them, like them, all right? Because I would hate to have to take another break on y'all. I would hate to, but I will. All right? So, anyway, let's get into this tea. So, the episode opens up, baby. It opens up crazy, wild, and out of control with Croan and DJ Sky getting into a scuffle on the bus. And, yeah, it went just how we thought it was gonna go. DJ Sky swung back. Croan swung on DJ Sky. DJ Sky swung back on Croan. And girl, Croan popped her, a couple times, and then security broke it up, and that's what it was. And then they took Croan off the bus, and DJ Sky's on the bus, and Rolly and them is talking to her. Now, okay, we got to acknowledge some things right quick, right? Rolly, Biggie. Everybody who was on that bus really that was standing up for Croan in that moment, I feel like was scared of Croan. Like the way Rolly tried to spin it around onto DJ Sky, like, oh, she trying to change her life and you shouldn't have bucked up at her. Did y'all see what Croan was doing? How she was talking to that girl like she was a 2-year-old? How she was disrespecting her? How she threw something at her and all of that stuff? Before DJ Sky ever bucked up at Croan was doing too much on DJ Sky time. So at the end of the day, baby, DJ Sky's a grown woman and she's older than Croan. She ain't supposed to just sit there and let no little girl talk to her like that. She was supposed to do exactly what she did, okay, in that moment. Now, I feel like everybody else, the same way y'all be breaking up all them other fights, the same way y'all be quarterbacking all them other fights and all them other situations, y'all should have did that now. Rolly. But at the end of the day, I'ma just call a spade, girl. Y'all was scared. Y'all picked Croan's side, not because she was right, but because y'all was scared. Because at the end of the day, Croan literally created drama with DJ Sky. So the whole fight was supposed to be over DJ Sky liking a post that I guess a blog posted that was Tesehki talking trash about Croan on live, and DJ Sky liked the post. Okay, and honestly, to tell you the truth, I believe DJ Sky did like the post, and the reason why is because she said, well, if I did like it, I don't remember. She said on one hand, she said she didn't like it, and then on the other hand, she said, well, if I did say it, I don't remember. So I believe DJ Sky liked it. Let's just call it what it is. DJ Sky, I believe you liked the post, okay? I just think you was too scared to say it because you knew what the consequences were going to be. And you do that a lot, okay? I will give y'all that. DJ Sky does do that a lot. She always up under a post saying something slick, or she always liking a post or something like that being shady, when I don't really think she like Croan. And instead of her having a boss to just say, girl, I don't like you, I don't want to be your friend no more, she stays around Croan because she know, you know what I'm saying? I feel like she stay around Croan, number one, because she's scared of her. And she know if she stop being friends with Croan gonna pop her. And number two, I feel like she stay around her because she gets to be around like certain situations. You know what I'm saying? Clout chasing, a little bit. Now, I do think that this guy got her own clout in the DJ world, but when it comes to actually being a baddie and being the personality and being in front of the camera, I do think you need Croan a little bit to keep that, to keep the momentum going on back. Now, however, Croan knew about all of that before they came on the show. And just like Tesehki said, Croan came on the show saying she was going to be protecting DJ Sky. That was her friend, that was her sister, that was her this, that was her that. Y'all came on the show together, DJ Sky, Marsh, and Croan. So I'm not really understanding how y'all how did it get here? How did the situation get to the bus? Y'all should have handled that before y'all came on. You brought her on here to be your scapegoat, because you knew you didn't want to fight Tesehki. Let's call a spade, Croan. You knew you didn't want to fight Tesehki, and you know you needed somebody to fight because you was looking weak because you backed down to your sister. So you threw this guy in the fire. You brought up a situation that was old, a situation you should have been addressed. You know what I'm saying? Before y'all ever got to the show, because y'all been hanging on the off season and everything like that. You should have been addressed that, and if you felt some way about it, you should have been cut her off. But you waited until y'all got on the show, and not only did you wait till y'all got on the show, you waited till y'all had this scene on the bus, and you started this drama with her. Now, I don't know if production told you to do it, or who told you to do it, but it definitely seemed like you wanted a problem with her. Okay, moving on. So after that, girl, they get to the house and everything, and they get to the house and it's nice and everything like that, and they ushering all the ladies in, and everybody's in the living room, and immediately upon entering, Summer doing her summer thing, Summer, daddy, and Anna Mac just seemed like she got such a big issue with Summer. She over there talking smack, talking about, look at her, be dressed like it's Halloween. Anna, you are trying so hard, and it is so painfully obvious. I don't understand why y'all girls don't be realizing that the camera is always watching y'all. We always watch y'all. Like, the camera is always watching y'all. So with that being said, y'all have to know that when y'all try to fake or contrive or create drama for a storyline, it's going to be noticed by the audience. And that's all Anna was doing. Anna was trying her hardest to create a storyline with Summer, to create a storyline with DJ Scott. Anna was just desperate for a storyline this episode. Like, real talk, you looked pathetic, Anna. I feel like you took that season off from Baddies Africa and you came back with something to prove. And because you missed Baddies Africa, I don't think you had any legitimate drama to address on this season, so you just making up stuff. So they get in the house, girl, and everybody just sat down, and Tavy comes in and Tommie comes in, and they immediately address their issue. Because y'all know Tavy got beef with Tommie because of the DMX thing and what happened on the bus. Tommie yelling at her, telling her, I'm gonna say whatever I want to say out of my mouth, or I'll call you whatever I want to. So Tavy feels like she needs to address that. And baby, I am with you. Oh, Tavy, I'm sorry. I am with you, Tavy. No shade, girl. It needed to be addressed. It needed to be addressed. Now, do I feel like Tommie was being malice when she said that? No. I don't think Tommie was saying you look like DMX. I think she was saying you behave like him, because she said always hitting bees from the back. I don't think that had anything to do with your looks. However, like I told y'all, when you're dealing with an insecure person, they're gonna, you know what I'm saying, make a square block fit into a round peg, a round hole. Like they go, you know what I'm saying? They gonna always try to make something fit where it don't fit. And baby, that was insecurity coming out with Tavy, because I don't think that DMX comment was that serious, and I don't think she meant it about your looks. I think it was more so about your actions, okay? And you carpet munching all the girls on the set, allegedly. Now, so Tavy addressed it with Tommie, and they supposed to be cool with each other and things like that. So Tavy addressed it, and how she said it and how she laid it out was, girl, I'm about to tell you how I feel. Don't walk up and don't get in the arm's reach of me, or I'm swinging. Now, I thought that was fair, because y'all already got into a little back and forth on the bus, and she didn't get to hit you then. So I feel like she already had a flame built up inside of her, girl. So her asking for her space at this moment in time while she talked to you is kind of just respectful. But typical Tommie, don't want to respect nobody's boundaries, don't want to respect nobody's space, don't want to respect nobody's wishes, thinks she bigger than the program, and walked up on Tavy. You know, while Tavy's trying to explain to her, girl, I don't appreciate what you said. I know how you meant it. You know what I'm saying? You meant it to be nasty. You meant it to be mean. You meant it to be, you was trying to play in my face, and you was disrespecting me. Tommie walks up and tries to give Tavy a hug, and Tavy just smacked her in the face, like mushed her in the face, and then they start fighting, and Tavy wore Tommie out. I'm gonna give it to you, Tavy. You wore Tommie out many times. Like, they fought like 3 or 4 times, girl, and every time, Tavy was just bow, 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 sucking Tommie all in the face. Like, no shade, Tommie, you can't rumble with her, okay? You can't rumble with her, sis. You might wanna go pick another one. You might wanna go tell them to bring Stunner Girl back so you can get that easy win off of her, girl, because you ain't getting it off of Tavy. Well, nah. Because you missed every blow when you were swinging on Stunner Girl. You didn't even hit her, not one time. Yeah, Tommie, I don't know. You just go sit down. Girl, just go sit down. But anyway, so they going back and forth, whatever. And Tommie once again tells Tavy, like, oh, yeah, I'm going to call you whatever I want to. How do you think you just going to be calling somebody out of their name, calling them whatever you want to call them, and they already told you that they don't like it, and you don't think you're going to keep getting hit? So, girl, yeah. Anyway, girl, they in the kitchen, arguing back and forth, girl. Tavy in the kitchen trying to calm down, explain herself. Tommie in the kitchen talking smack from a distance, or whatever the case is, like that. And then in the midst of it all, they pan back over to the living room, and you got Anna with this demonic grin on her face, walking up on Summer for no apparent reason. Summer literally, like, this is the one scene, like, I can honestly say Summer was minding her business. Summer wasn't doing nothing. She wasn't doing too much. She wasn't drunk. She wasn't irate. She was just quiet, letting everybody else get their shine, because we got Cold Killer and Noo-Noo in the kitchen about to throw down. We got Tommie and Tavy over here throwing down. You know what I'm saying? And then DJ Scott and Croan got to talk about their stuff. So we got so many things happening. Summer just did what she was supposed to do, step back and mind her business, and she just sitting over there in the living room by the table with her arms crossed, just minding her business. DJ Scott standing next to her, minding her business. And Anna just walking up out of nowhere. Oh, yeah, you don't want that, Summer? You don't want that? You don't want that? Want what? Want what? Like, this whole season, Anna, you've been really trying your hardest to fight Summer. For what reason, I don't know. Y'all settled what y'all had to settle on a Baddies Midwest reunion. I don't know what happened online because I don't really care too much about all that stuff. I was minding my business. So I don't know what the problem is with Anna and Summer. I don't know why Anna is so hard up, so pressed to fight Summer. Like, girl, I feel like at this point, you just need somebody in your weight class to fight because you ain't got nothing else to do. You have no storyline for the season, and you don't want to fade into the background. So you just really trying to force a storyline with anybody. Because after Summer said she didn't want it, Summer like, girl, I dare you to go fight somebody else. I dare you to go fight somebody else. And I felt her on that. Like, girl, leave me alone. Like, you see the camera following me. You see me getting all the clout. You see me in every storyline. And you just want this storyline with me so bad because you want to be seen. Like, you look like a fan, Anna. No, real shade. You look like a fan. Like, you look like you want to be friends with Summer. And that you know that ain't going to work out because she don't like you. So now you just trying to pick a fight with her every scene to try to get into her bubble because you see the camera's always on her. And it's corny. It's corny, girl. It's lame, and it's beneath you. So, well, I don't know if it is beneath you. Let me take that back. But, girl, it is corny and lame. So then she pivots over to DJ Scott. You want it, you want it, you want it. And I'm like, girl, Anna just trying to get it with anybody. So, Anna didn't put up these messages, girl. Basically, she, on the way over to the house, she admitted that she saw this on TikTok on the way over to the house, girl. She sees DJ Sky, I guess somebody screen recorded DJ Sky's live, and she had like 90 people in there. And it was somebody in there under a page named Anna, you know, and like I said, I think Anna was just stretching, okay? She was trying to make like I said, a square peg fit into a round hole because, baby, this was not even something you needed to fight over. I guess she was on live and some girl named Anna came in there and was like, you ain't even got no views. And she was like, well, Anna, you're in here. You're one of the 90 views. Why are you watching me if you don't like me? And Anna basically took that as if she was talking to her or she was trying to act like she was in a live and was disrespecting her on live. And she slapped DJ Sky. Like, not right now, not at that moment, but later on, like maybe 10 minutes later into the episode, she smacked DJ Sky. And like I said, Anna, you was just fishing for a storyline. You said you found that on the way over there. Girl, you was literally on TikTok, on the Sprinter van, on TikTok, looking for a reason to beef with DJ Sky. Like I said, she just wanted a problem with somebody who was in her weight class, just so she can get a storyline, girl. She ain't want to keep fighting Gretchen, because she already Gretchen up like 3 times in the first episode, so she didn't want to seem like she was a bully. So she just picked the other 2 little girls, which was Summer and DJ Sky. Corny, lame girl. Go sit down. So anyway, we back in the kitchen, and Cold Killer is getting into it with Noo-Noo because Noo-Noo said something about K-Rican online, and Cold Killer just felt like she shouldn't be talking about her friend. Baby, you just met this girl. Like, I really don't understand how y'all be so cool with these chicks and y'all just met them 3-4 months ago. Like, y'all don't even know each other like that. And K-Rican ain't even on this season for you to be doing all of that, girl. Like, I'm sorry, sweetheart. Cold Killer, chill out. Chill out. Like, you doing all of this stop, drop, and roll up in this kitchen, girl. Chill out. So, but Noo-Noo, honestly, to tell you the truth, Noo-Noo, that was lame of you, because Noo-Noo the one that brought it up. I will give her that. Noo-Noo the one that brought it up and wanted to sing. And she wanted to sing in this kitchen while all the cameras was watching. Everybody was in here. That's why you brought it up, Noo-Noo. And Fauna even said it. She like, girl, you already said we wasn't about to do this. You wasn't about to get this fade with her, and you wasn't going to bring this up on camera. They talked about this beforehand. So her bringing it back up only for a storyline was corny. Noo-Noo, you needed a storyline and you was being corny. It just gave, everybody was storyline in this episode. Everybody needed a storyline and everybody was fishing for a storyline. That was lame. But anyway, girl, Cold Killer done swung on Noo-Noo, baby, and they done start going back and forth. And honestly, Cold Killer got you, Noo-Noo. She got you, Noo-Noo. She did. You got her wig, but she got your face. So, I don't know, Cold Killer, and keep your head up when you sis, because yeah, you keep your head down too much, girl. You and Summer do that bad. And Mariah Lynn, y'all all put your head down or put your head back and close your eyes when y'all. And I don't understand that, girl, but you can't see nothing when you doing that. But anyway, girl, so we move on. And we upstairs, and I guess Tavy and who was that? cold kill it and went upstairs, and they in the room talking about, you know, this Tommie situation, and they trying to catch their breath. And Tommie then came upstairs picking up yet again with Tavy. Why, girl? Why, Tommie? Why? Now, I'm going to tell y'all why. Tommie was high. I don't care what nobody say, whatever. And I'll throw an allegedly on there, okay? Because I feel like I feel like she was high. Baby, I done seen Tommie on all of these seasons, and baby, when she be acting irate, when she be eyes bucked out her head, and that bottom lip be like this, she be high. She be high. Like, that's how she was on Baddies West when she was getting into it with Stunner Girl in the kitchen. Like, yeah, bottom lip poked out, jaw, slack jawed, and eyes bucked. And she stumping around in a circle because Tavy trying to tell her, like, girl, you told, she trying to basically find out why her and Tavy still, why Tavy so mad. And she like, girl, you told me that you can call me whatever you want to call me. Like, and she like, what? Roll the tape, play the tape, play the tape. And she starts stumping around in the circle, play the tape, play the tape, with her bottom lip. Tommie, you was high. You were high. Like, if y'all didn't figure out, if nobody figured it out, she was high. You need to, and maybe, honestly, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong when I said that I think Tommie should take over this leadership role with Rolly. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I was wrong, because clearly you can't handle it. You are very disrespectful to the girls, Tommie. You are, and I feel like you want to be Jocelyn. Like, you trying to bring Jocelyn's cabaret energy to Baddies, and it's just not giving that, sis. This whole, I'm better than these girls. Oh, I don't know you, girl. I don't know you. Well, if you don't know them, then how you going to be the leader of them, sis? What's your name again? You know her name. You know her name, and if you don't, you need to step down out of your position. How you going to be sitting here trying to be the boss of some girls you don't even respect enough to learn their names? They don't like you. Clearly, no, none of the girls like you. None of the girls respect you because you're very disrespectful and you don't give leader. Okay, it's like Tommie got favorites. Okay, like Tesehki, I feel like Croan is her favorite. You know, Biggie is her favorite. She got a couple of favorites, and she'll do really good at quarterbacking they drama, and she'll do really good at being mature when it comes to them. But when it comes to all the other girls, she thinks she's better than them. And it's like, girl, and just because these girls are newer, just because they only been here a season, don't mean that they're not worth you getting to know them, because they're here, okay? They're going through the same thing you're going through. They're going through the same storylines. They got to fight just like you do, and they getting a check at the end of the day just like you are. You're no better than them, because if you were sis, you wouldn't be on a show about fighting at 45, okay? Let's be for real. You ain't on Real Housewives. You ain't on Married to Medicine, okay? You're on Baddies. At 45 years old, getting knocked around like a damn dumbbell. That's what you are. So you try to act like you better than Tavy, you're not. You try to act like you better than Cold Killer, you're not. You're actually lower than them, because they are where they're supposed to be. They're in their late 20s, early 30s. They doing what they supposed to be doing, trying to get their name out there, trying to build it up. You're 45 and been in reality TV for what, almost 20 years now? You supposed to be way further along than this, but you're not. And we already looking the other way with your old ass being on this show. All right? The fact of the matter is, just you and your daughter is on the same show getting knocked around this season. Let's call it what it is, boo. Okay? Let's call it what it is, boo. But anyway, moving right along. So after that, girl, Natalie comes and reconvenes all the girls. And basically, she tries to get DJ Sky and Croan to solve their drama. And she's going back and forth with them, talking about their drama and things like that. And Anna, like I said, just comes out of nowhere and slaps DJ Sky, you know, for the little TikTok BS. And she started trying to, I guess everybody is kind of looking at her like she crazy, so she just starts stumping around and screaming, talking about, y'all don't know DJ Sky. I know her. She always doing stuff online. So what? That didn't give you no right to slap that girl. You had no right to slap that girl. That was not your scene. It was not your problem. And you was deriding somebody else's storyline. You literally sat on that bus trying to find something just to have a reason to beef with her, because you knew she was already beefing with Croan. You're lame, Anna. You are very lame and very unnecessary. And I'm so glad you won't be coming back no more. Go get married. To your zesty ass man. So after that, girl, DJ Sky just gets smacked and she turned around and walk off crying or whatever she was doing, girl. Then they get DJ Sky in the scene with Croan and Tinkerbella, and they at the table talking about everything. And this is where I feel like DJ Sky, girl, you should have had a back. First of all, you should have had a backbone. You should have messed out of Anna when she smacked you, because it's like, that was crazy. That was crazy for you to let her just put paws on you and you just didn't do nothing. Anna not even big. You Rolly. Like, come on, girl. Like, DJ Scott, what happened to you? Like, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, they in this scene with her and Croan and Natalie, and then she's trying to explain herself and trying to lie. No shade, DJ Scott, you was lying. You was lying. She's trying to lie her way out of everything. Oh, I don't even know what, I don't know, what happened. I didn't say that. I told you I didn't say that. I didn't like the comment. I didn't like the post. I didn't like the post. Well, if I did, I don't remember. Oh, do you want an apology? Just have an apology. Like, girl, stand on something, okay? You like the post because you don't like Croan. All you had to say was, Croan, I think we've outgrown each other. I think we were once good friends, and now we're not, and I would rather not be your friend anymore. You sit here talking about crying, talking about, you're my sister. You know you don't look at that girl as no sister. You know you don't. Don't none of y'all look at that girl as a sister, not even Marsh. Let's be for real. All of y'all just scared of her, and y'all know she give y'all clout. So y'all try to keep her around so y'all can stay in the public eye, and y'all try to keep her around because y'all don't want to get popped when y'all leave her, because that's what Croan do. When people don't want to be her friend no more, she don't, you know how Croan is, y'all. She don't know how to rationalize, and she don't know how to be mature about nothing. Anytime, you don't want to be my friend no more? Okay, well, fight me. You know, she very much so that. Very much so, you know, very much so Ed block. So it gives that. So I just feel like DJ Scott was trying not to get popped again, girl. And Croan, you cannot keep bullying people into being your friend. You cannot. Like, it is sick. It is sick the way you behave. It is weird. And don't nobody around you actually like you. They just either scared of you or using you. And that's because of how you act. Anytime, it's like you can't see the signs when somebody just don't want to be around you no more. You can't see the signs that Latifah don't like you. You can't see the signs that DJ Scott don't like you. You can't see the signs that Blueface don't like you. You can't see the signs of none of that. Like, you force your way into people's lives. Like, literally, brutally force your way into people's lives. By either, you gonna befriend me, or you gonna like me, or I'm gonna beat you up. DJ Scott never disrespected you. That's one thing she didn't do in this, and on Baddies. She might have did it when she liked that post, but at the end of the day, you got to learn how to stop being people's friends, sis. If you feel disrespected by DJ Scott, if she's backdooring you and liking posts about your sister, liking posts about you that your sister made, or whatever the case is like that, learn how to cut somebody off and move on. You don't need to keep putting your hands on people talking about some, watch your mouth, respect me. Nobody, no. You get a respect mixed up with fear. That's what you mean to say, fear me. And nobody got to be scared of you, Croan. You are not anybody to be scared of, sis. Okay? You bleed red blood like anybody else, and you can catch a like anybody else. Okay? So, I don't understand it. Like I said, DJ Scott, girl, you're going to have to grow a backbone sooner or later. And I'm so glad you got off this show, because you're not meant for baddies. You're not. For you to throw that big temper tantrum in the living room, talking about why you stumped off the stage because you felt like you was a baddie, even though you the DJ, and you feel like you deserve this and deserve that, but you walked away when Anna popped you in the mouth. You let Croan back you down. You keep proving to Natalie why you don't deserve to be on this show, sis. You can't have it both ways. You can't be the DJ on Monday and then on Tuesday want to be a baddie, but you don't want to do what the baddies do. Are you looking around the room, baby? Everybody throwing hands. And we keep having to stop to coddle you because you walking out the room crying after you done got smacked. Or you sitting here apologizing, being all extra apologetic, kissing. Girl, throw a punch or go spin a record, okay? Choose and stop trying to be something you not. All right? Do I feel like you deserve the Baddies chain? Yes, because you've been in just as many as them. However, everybody always gotta force you to fight or defend yourself. It's like you weak and you just don't want to get up off the ground, sis. Nobody should have to force you to defend yourself. Nobody should have to coddle you because you got smacked. Nobody should have to do any of that. This is Baddies. Come ready for war or get behind the DJ booth. And if you're going to get behind the DJ booth, stop doing scenes. You wanted to be on that bus with Croan. You wanted to be in the scene with the baddies because you consider yourself a baddie, but you don't want to. You wanted to be in that house meeting, but you got smacked and walked out crying. What are you here for? You're not exempt from fighting because you are the DJ, sis. This is literally a show about that. That's all this show is about. Creating drama, hashing it out. Creating more drama, hashing it out, twerking on the in the meantime, in between time, and drinking a few drinks. That's the show, sis. If you don't get down with the concept, you need to go somewhere else. And I'm glad you did, because you're not built for this, sis. You just built like tissue paper. You too soft. Sorry. Moving on. So, girl, after that, the girls get dressed and they go out to the little thing, to the little club or whatever. And then we go to the next day and they're getting ready for their next club performance, which is, their rehearsal or whatever the case is. And this is where everything hit the fan. Baby, it hit the fucking fan. Do you hear me? Girl, please. Baby, Croan came in there on tip. I guess because she saw a live Tesehki did popping it about her and she wanted to address it. So she's sitting here talking to Biggie trying to get, I don't know what you thought you was going to get out of that, baby, because Biggie and Tesehki is kind of best friends. So I don't know what you thought you was about to get Biggie to do, turn on your sister or, whatever the case is. But like, this is another reason why I know Croan don't like Tesehki. Whenever you try to go get other people to hate somebody, when you try to turn people friends against them and all that kind of stuff, you really, really do not like a person. Okay, Croan has been trying this whole season. You tried to get her jumped by antagonizing Big Lex and Bad Dolly, talking about they were scared of your sister. You know what I'm saying? When Marsh was Tesehki, you was cheering her on from the side, and you tried to get Biggie against her. You've been doing sneaky, underhanded stuff this whole time because you just don't want to your sister, Croan. You're scared. You're scared to Tesehki, and you're doing everything you can to try to get her into with other people and try to turn other people against her and get them on your side because you just don't want to. You're just scared. And I think I would like you more if you admitted it. I would like you more if you admitted it because the lies got to stop. So anyway, girl, Biggie not going for it though. Biggie sitting here trying to explain to Croan that the lie was old. I don't know if the lie was old or not because when Tesehki came in, she admitted to it quick. So I don't know if the lie was old or not, but whatever which way it went, girl, Biggie wasn't stepping down off of it and she wasn't turning against Tesehki for Croan. So Tesehki comes in and immediately, girl, Croan tells her what the problem is. Oh, you was on live, da-da-da-da-da. And Tesehki stands on it like, yeah, I was. And they start going back and forth. I guess Croan said something about Tesehki's son. So Tesehki said something about Croan's son. And they going back and forth. Out of nowhere, girl, I see Marsh just pop up like a damn whack-a-mole. She just popped up out of nowhere, girl, and jumped in between them. And she's sitting here trying to rah-rah in Tesehki face for Croan. Now, I feel like this. I feel like Marsh been feeling away. Marsh already don't like Tesehki, and she never will, okay? She's just being cordial because Croan was being cordial, and she really want her lick back for you her up on Baddies East. Let's be for real, girl. When Marsh got toe up on Baddies East, that's how Tesehki got the eater. You know what I'm saying? She was already an eater before that. We didn't know that, though. That's how we found out she was an eater. And that's how, we all learned to, like, kind of respect Tesehki was after that Marsh beat down. Marsh took a lot of flack and a lot of heat online for that. Baby girl, low-key kind of disappeared off the internet for a few years. After that down, like she was doing a lot before then. And then once that happened, girl, we just didn't see her as much. So I think it really did affect her, and I think Marsh been waiting on her time to get her lick back. But I don't know if this was your time to be in a business, Marsh, because at the end of the day, sis, you're not their sister. I don't care what Croan tells you. Croan will turn on you too. Y'all need to really stop thinking y'all are special or y'all are exempt from this woman. She has turned on every last single one of her siblings at some point. Every last one of her siblings she has turned on. Every last one of her friends she has turned on. She done tried to unalive the baby daddy, okay? She done allegedly unalived the other girl. She's not to be trusted. So Marsh sitting here trying to get in between for her and do all of this, that, and the third, girl, you should have let her catch that fade with her sister like she was supposed to and sat down. But she didn't because she wanted her lick back. So I guess Marsh is going back and forth with Tesehki, and then she jumps and sits on the stage, and Tesehki is trying to explain to Marsh, like, well, my child, if you her sister, then my child is your nephew, so why are you sitting here defending her, talking about my son, or whatever the case is like that. So Marsh is sitting on the stage, and Tesehki is in her face screaming, and Marsh grabs Tesehki's hands and throw her back, like kind of push her up off of her, and Tesehki swing on Marsh. After that, girl, Marsh starts swinging back and jumped off the stage and starts swinging on Tesehki and Tesehki swinging on her. Now, Tesehki caught her at least 2 times as she's backing up before she stumbled out of her shoes. And I saw Marsh catch her too, like 1 or 2 times. After that, Tesehki then ducked behind security and security then broke them up. And they split up. So Tesehki started walking around like, let me teach her, let me teach her. And she, at the same time, looking for her chain on the ground. Now, Marsh at this time is on this side of security. Tesehki is on this side of security. And I guess Tesehki sees Marsh pick her chain up off the ground or something to hand it back to her. And she like, that's my chain, give me my chain. And swings over security and catches Marsh, boom, smack dead in the face. And baby, Marsh swung back, boom, and caught Tesehki right there. So security moved, and they about to go again. And Tesehki grabs Marsh by the hair and like yanks her and slings her and tries to flip her. Y'all know that's Tesehki's special move, trying to flip somebody. Baby, but Miss Marsh was not having it. Miss Marchionne said, nah. Baby, Marsh must have tuck and rolled with Tesehki and got on top of her, and that's where it ended. Girl, I don't know. It didn't look like Marsh did much when she got on top of Tesehki from the next week's previews. And then some more stuff happens. I guess they're supposed to go again a third round without shoes on, or without shoes or socks on, because when they went the first time, they both had shoes on. Tesehki kind of fell out of her shoes. Then they went the second time, and Tesehki had on socks. So I guess this time they're gonna go next week without the socks and barefoot and see what happens. So I don't know, but I don't know, but like I said, this was a very different time than the first time that they got into their squabble on Baddies East. Marsh definitely kept up with Tesehki this time, and it's just, yeah, she definitely held her ground against Tesehki. Do I think she won? At first glance, yes, I did. At first glance, it kind of looked like, yeah, it did. But as I slowed it down and watched it again, it was a tie in my opinion. Okay? It was a tie in my opinion. I just didn't want to go back and redo my intro. But that's what it was. And like I said, Tesehki, she ain't no eater no more. She done popped one too many pills. Baby done ate one too many burgers, and that body done slowed down on her. She ain't as strong as she used to be. She ain't as fast as she used to be. She done lost all of that. Speed, strength, and everything, baby. You need to be the one in the gym. You need to be in the gym like Croan in the gym. No shade. That's what you need to be. You need to be in the boxing gym, getting your hands back up, and you need to be at somebody's rehab trying to get that pill addiction handled, because that's what's really slowing you down. Girl! Whoo! And that's where the episode ended. So I don't know. It was a whole lot of drama this episode. A whole lot of drama. Oh, and I do want to point something out. Why you ain't quarterback that Croan situation on the bus the way you did that Cole Killer and Tommie Cole Killer Tavy and Tommie situation upstairs? You was all in their business, girl, but you wasn't all in the business. You was on the bus, you was yelling at DJ Sky. You ain't say nothing to Croan, and you ain't try to calm her down at all. Let me know you scared of her. So clearly Croan was ready to see her sister get up. But Croan, I just feel like you weak for letting Marsh take that fade. You're weak. Like, you're weak. You're weak for letting Marsh take that fade. You should have never that's supposed to be your sister, and you let her catch a fade with your real sister who you know beat her up last time, and you know she's defending you. The whole reason Marsh is even in the business is because she's defending you. You should have took that fade for her. Croan is just not a real friend. She's just not. She's not. She will use her friends as crash dummies all the time. She will sacrifice anybody to save herself. It's weird. It's weird. But yeah, that's where the episode ended. And like, girl, I don't know what's going to happen next week. I don't know how Tesehki going to explain this. I don't know what's about to happen, girl. But baby, like I said, that was one for the books, baby. Tesehki has been dethroned. And I don't know where she going to go from this, because her whole personality is... And that's why I told you, sis. I said, you need to get a personality, sis. You need to show your personality, because your whole personality is... And now, look, the inevitable has happened. I told you it was only going to be a matter of time for somebody whooped you. And y'all thought it was a fluke when Summer kept getting all them hits off Tesehki when they was in that courtyard, and Tesehki kept trying to walk up on Summer, and Summer kept windmilling and punching her in the mouth and swinging and hitting her. And y'all thought it was a fluke. Tesehki didn't take Summer serious. And I kept telling y'all, nah, baby, Tesehki's slow now. She can't like she used to, and y'all didn't believe me. The only time Tesehki has really did her big one on anybody this season has been sneaking. You punch Mark. You punch Marsh in the face because you snuck her. You punched Summer in the face because you ran in that room and snuck her when she wasn't paying attention and socked her in the lip. So Tesehki, you've been sneaking people all season, but when you went heads up with Summer, you didn't get her. When you went heads up with Marsh, you lost. So I mean, do y'all want to call this a fluke too? I call it just bad preparation. I think you got too cocky. You got too cocky being called an eater. You got too cocky whooping ET, whooping Diamond, and you just thought you was invincible. You done popped one too many pills, and you done ate one too many burgers and took one too many shots of liquor. And baby, it is slowing you down. So it's time to go to some rehab, some outpatient therapy, whatever you need to do, sis. You need to get that addiction taken care of, and you need to get back in that gym and get back on your stuff. Cause girl, if you want your job, it's only one way to keep it. Let's be for real. If you want this job, it's only one way to keep it, because you only got one thing you good for. Well, two things. Your storyline with the allegations, and then your skills. And you don't want to address the allegations. So, girl, the skills is really all that it is, all you got left. So, sis, you better do something quick. Do something quick, because, baby, if not, girl, we going to need a real eater. Can we get a real eater to the front lines, please? Can we get Cash off of Now That's TV, please? No shade. Can we get Rose? Can we get Fiji? Can we get one of the Now That's TV girls over here? Because, baby, we need a real eater. We need a real eater. Croan bullying little skinny girls. Tesehki getting up by little skinny girls. And it's just not giving what it's supposed to have gave. Can we get a real eater to the front line, please? And thank you. And that's all I got to say. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.